the option for my microphone this time.
Okay.
So we're going to wait and see and hope that something actually happens like it's supposed to. Yeah, we're kind of just, oh. Not that.
Oh. My microphone this time. There it is.
What? I'm up?
There you are.
Am I still up? Okay,
Yeah.
it's showing that I'm recording right now. I think I'm up.
I can hear you.
Yes, but... Okay, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So people can hear me. Yes. Okay, maybe. I can't even see my own chat right now.
Yeah. I can hear everything that you're
Perfect.
saying. So you're good.
Perfect. I just can't see what people are saying because...
We'll go to your new stream.
Yeah, oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We're working on things here. Sorry, everyone, for the technical difficulties. Please stand by as we work out the bugs, which apparently have to do completely and entirely with me. Yeah. So I'm just going to put on a team for SR at the moment. And then, you know what, we'll chat, we'll answer some questions and stuff, and we'll see where this all takes us, I guess. Where do you think this is going to take us, Kata?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Okay, I don't feel like going over the rainbow tonight, but, you know, maybe tomorrow.
Bluebirds fly.
Okay, I'm going to open up my stream now so that we can see who's here and who I'm talking to. Hopefully I'm not talking to myself. What? Yes, we have sound! Yes, Canadian technology has only come so far. I will concur with that right now, because it has been a very interesting night. Okay, adding this on Discord. Live stream. You know, I really should get used to, like, having a regular live stream, but, I don't think I can keep a schedule. Do you agree?
That is correct.
Yes. And why do you agree?
Because sometimes...
You gotta talk a bit louder.
Well, come on.
Yeah?
I'm over here doing fun stuff.
Fun stuff? I'm not doing fun stuff?
No, you're doing a ton of fun stuff. A ton of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Twitch is way better. Yeah, probably. I guess that's the next thing I should probably get on to. What do you think? Should I add Twitch?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know how.
Right now, Twitch is like the one thing that's really booming, so...
That's true.
You may want to take a look.
So as you guys can probably hear, Kata is here with me.
Howdy doody.
And I am still sick, actually, and so is she. But c'est la vie, such is life. Oh, Diablo says, hey, that's my mom in the background.
What? Hi, son. Hi, son of mine. I hope you ate.
Oh, but we don't have any food for him.
Not for him, but I hope he ate over there somewhere. I hope he's good.
Oh, Pablo, actually the game has changed a lot. And not for the better, in my opinion. We have a pretty, I would say, bad event going on right now, but I guess that means it really hasn't changed that much. Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, but right now, I would say the game is not in a great state. We just had one of the best positive parts of a game, in my opinion, kind of taken away kind of randomly, and that being the red velvet cakes. I did notice that there was an update on the forums about it kind of after we put out both videos, and by both videos I mean both the English version and the Spanish version, where they ended up changing the cost of red velvet cakes for a 250 S-Class collectible choice box, but they also changed how many times you could redeem it. So before it was a straight 1-to-1 ratio, so 250 red velvet cakes for 250 S-Class items as shards, but now it's only 125 red velvet cakes for 250 S-Class shards, but you can only redeem it 8 times now instead of what was it before? It was like 15 times?
Yeah.
And at 125 red velvet cakes, that means you can only get 1,000 red velvet cake worth. Red velvet cakes worth of? Yeah, so it basically means you can only get 2,000 S-Class collectible items total, which is quite a bit less than before, where you could get almost double that. And some of my faction mates have showed me they have over 7,000 red velvet cakes, which basically means 6,000 of those cakes are now turned into nothing. In my opinion, it would be good for the game if they added something in the museum where you could exchange extra red velvet cakes for gear, for example, in order to help with the gear blockade that we're all experiencing. Right now, we actually just had a new S-Class toon enter the game, and that is Tiffany. So she's another blue toon. So we've had Priya, we've had Mercer, we've had Tiffany. Who else have we had that's a blue S-Class?
Oh my goodness. I can't think through that right now.
Frost. We've had Frost as well.
Oh, Frost.
Yeah, so actually we've had a lot of these blue toons, and it's like there's a huge issue of getting enough gear to actually level them. So I think something fair for them to do would be to add more red velvet cake turn-ins in the museum in order to get some gear. Oh, looks like we've started a faction assault, so that's good. Well, kind of. This event has been a bit of a bummer overall, in my opinion. It just hasn't been well put together. Oh, we're going to read through some of the comments here.
Diablo seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah, 6 hours is way too short for a juiced up Negan. Yes, it is. I agree with that. And I don't think it's exactly fair for a lot of factions that are a bit newer to the game. Like, I do like that they reduced the cost of a tier 6 to be 45,000 faction assault token or tickets. But I think that they should have done the same with tier 4 and tier 5 and given factions the option of running those ones as well. Only because not everyone can accomplish a tier 6, so the people who can't even finish that assault, they're not going to get really any pulls off the wheel, and I don't think that's really fair. It's not an all-inclusive event that way, and the odds of on the event wheel are really terrible. But anyway, going back to Tiffany here, as a 6-star specialist skill, Vitality. So she constantly heals, which I know used to be a very annoying trait on a few toons. There was a Blue Sophia that had it. Dr. Stevens has it. Yellow Mercer has it. And I remember Yellow Mercer being a huge issue for a lot of people because he was just so tanky. On Tiffany's Rush, deal 450% damage to a line of enemies. Those enemies get taunt for 3 turns, and she gets plus 30% defense for 3 turns. Now, the main component of her that is important is this active skill. It's a turn 1 active skill, so up to 2 other teammates get elusive for 2 turns, and up to 3 teammates recover from stun. She is basically an anti-Mercer toon, and she would be pretty good on attack, to be honest. Her rush doesn't really do much for me, but her active skill is the important part, because if she's able to resist stun on the first turn on the attack team, she can recover stun on your other toons. So she would go really well with the double Priya setup. And this elusive ability is kind of like Raven in a sense, where if Priya has Rampage and double attack, she won't end up giving away any AP off of Rampage if they're under the effect of elusive. And just to jump over to the S-Class, and I know I'm totally not looking at chat right now, so I'm totally behind on that, so I'm sorry. But as we see as an S-Class, nothing really changes in her rush or on her active skill, which has been pretty typical with the last few S-Class toons. Her attack stat, defense stat, and HP obviously increased being an S-Class toon. Her weapon is an absolute defense weapon, which is pretty good in my opinion. It makes her very difficult to hit, which obviously is an important piece. And I think she's a pretty good toon overall. It would be interesting for some players to fit her in on an attack team, just because she doesn't give that attack up bonus or defense down. Her main components are to ensure you can still attack on that first turn, assuming she can resist stun from Mercer. So, Oh, not going to read messages during this. Let's see, is there... Okay, waiting 2 minutes on that. I'm near the end of it, thankfully. I get kind of bored of survival road sometimes. It's just, it can be kind of tedious, especially when it's not hard or nightmare mode. Level up event is going on, and we've had like 3 or 4 in a row, which has been kind of annoying in some ways, because it's like, it's just draining you of your resources as you try to stay afloat and, you know, maybe hit the podium, maybe not. Maybe just go for some of the paw pins in the milestones. I know I'm kind of close to that 130,000 marker. I have just under 11 days left, and I would really like to get that last 40,000, well, 38,000. These S-class items would be very, very, very useful to me. It doesn't include Mercer, but that's okay. Princess would be a nice choice. Dayu is a nice choice. Secretary Gao is someone who I'm going for as well. And at the moment, I'm going to jump back into chat. So I'm just going to hit auto on a stage. Not do that. But hit auto on a stage. And just kind of leave it. Yes, Man on the Moon, I fixed things. It's both for collections. I think it's both for collections. Let me see. Red Velvet Cakes, 125, 250. Yeah, that was changed. Oh, wow, I just closed my chat. Babe, I'm doing great right now.
I'm doing fantastic.
It's not going well. How many FAs have we done? I think we've done 3. I know we ended up losing our first one on the one, and I've been jumping around to a different faction. We started a new faction here, so we have not acquired a lot of faction assault tickets. Thankfully, other factions in the region have, and they've opened up their factions to some of us so that we can help them out. So it's mutually beneficial. So if anyone has, you know, an empty space or two, we've been kind of fitting in. So helping them try and finish them, while also trying to get our tokens, of course. Let's see, training queue expired, huh? Oh, I've never had my training up and running for a long time. Never, ever, ever. It's just, I never have enough shirts and gloves and stuff to keep that running, so I kind of just leave it. I know I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably figure it out, but I don't want to spend the 70 coins for the 200 shirts and the 200 gloves constantly. 100k plus damage for trauma and bleed. Negan is nothing. Yeah, okay, the trauma would work really well. So because he keeps on recovering. A lot of those boss tunes actually recover. I've been finding a lot of bleed tunes have been working pretty well. Yeah, these faction assaults have been interesting for sure. 120 dog pins. Nice work, Man on the Moon. That's awesome. Hey, Invisinerd. I went for trainers, needing them for a ROV. Ugh. Yeah, I understand the whole trainers thing. I need them too. I am almost done maxing out my Priya, finally. She's at like level 142. And once I get her maxed out, I can finally start adding some rings, and she might finally reach her full potential. Or not. But we'll see. I'm still working on a double attack weapon for her. That's a bit better than the one that I already have. The one that I have right now, it's not the good double attack. It's kind of just the 150% instead of the 175%. Oh, Moon says hi to you. He can't remember your name though, so...
Hi.
Want to remind him?
Hi, Moon. How's it going? My name is Kata. In-game, my name is R2K2, like R2D2, if in any way you are familiar with Star Wars. Yes, I look exactly like that tin machine, just so you know.
Yep, she beeps and stuff too.
Beep boop.
Bop bop. Oh, jeez. And, you know, R2D2 is like the older version of BB-8, so it kind of makes sense. I'm more of a BB-8 myself, I think. And this over here is the R2D2, so the the bit of an older unit going on.
Oh, you just had to go there. Oh my god. Great, now I feel really young again.
Yeah, the 70 coin thing, I would, except I also can't all the time. Like, sometimes I don't even have 70 coins, and then also sometimes it just doesn't even show up here. Yeah, it just doesn't show up, which isn't helpful. Going through some of the bags that we have here. This Falcon bag, 125 coins, 1% chance at a leash, and then an equal 1/3 chance, so 33% chance at 1,000, 500, and 250 of these tokens. What's so funny?
I'm just looking at a video that made me laugh.
Yeah? Do you want to share what that video is about?
Well, I don't know, because you're talking about one game.
Oh.
And this is about a different game.
Mm-hmm.
This is about Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if people have played the GTA 5.
Yeah.
But they're... Let me check.
No! I just tried to get it up again. I'm hoping that it is. If it's not, I'm going to be very, very sad.
Oh. And this is about a different game. This is about Grand Theft Auto. I see something.
Moon says, if I'm in any way familiar with Star Wars, he named his faction Order 66.
You were fine.
What? Really?
Okay, you're fine now, for sure.
I'm up again?
Yeah, you're fine.
Ah!
Let me see.
Okay. Boob. This is Star Wars. I thought it was your favorite dish off a delivery menu. R2K2? What? Oh, wait. Are you thinking of, like, you know, at some takeaway places where they have, like, labeled dishes, but they go by alphabetical letters? Usually it's an ethnic food place, actually.
Ethnic.
It is. It's ethnic. And it's usually, like, different letters for it.
Oh
I think that's what Lockdown was thinking of. Meanwhile, Moon is very offended.
Moon is offended.
Well, his faction is named Order 66.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Well, now
someone really does know Star Wars.
somebody needs to start serving food.
Okay. Yeah, tea for that cough. I have coffee, actually, and it's not the best coffee because I still have, like, the grounds kind of in it because I don't have a proper filter for it at the moment. And I have a glass of milk.
Who got baited with the GTA story?
Who got baited with the GTA?
Lockdown.
Oh.
It's totally not a bait. If anybody has played GTA 5, they know Los Santos customs. They just do. They just do.
Okay.
You know how you drive out of there with a pimped out car just to drive it really fast and then crash within 3 seconds. That's just how that goes.
You know I've never played that game before, right?
None of the GTAs?
No.
Not even Vice City?
No.
Everybody has played Vice City.
I have not. Okay. we have one
Everybody
person
has
in.
driven around South Beach, listening to 80s music, and stealing every, like, red, cool-looking car on the side of the street. And that, they know it.
People
Just ask them. Ask them, they know.
What? That people steal cars?
Wait, you steal cars in GTA. But
Oh yeah, it's called Grand Theft Auto for a reason. I gathered that much. It's not because people just say, "Here's your vehicle. You can just
No.
drive off in it."
People also go over there just to, like, run over strippers. I'm just saying.
We do not condone messages of running over any type of person, regardless of their profession or any people in general. Just throwing that out there. So,
Please do not run over strippers.
or anyone
Or anyone, yes. Anyone at all.
in a video game, it's okay.
She didn't say that.
What?
I have GTA 5 on my PS4. Next time I'm going to bring it, and we're going to play it.
And I'm going to lose. I don't know if there's a way to lose in that game, but I'm going to lose.
You'll find a way to lose.
I will find a way to lose.
It's like, darn it. I just lost. All
need-
you can do is get wasted, which is like dying.
Which is like dying. What's your definition of wasted here?
When you die in
Yeah?
GTA, it says wasted.
Oh, so it doesn't mean like you've been drinking too much alcohol.
No, it just says like you go like that, like in slow motion as you're dying, and then it says like wasted.
Like you wasted your life?
Like you're wasted. Like not wasted like drunk, but you're wasted like dead.
Oh, that's sad.
And then you show up again.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this varies, especially if you're playing online. But in the older games, you used to actually pop up in the hospital, like outside the hospital.
Oh, so you're just in the hospital.
Yeah, you were dead.
Yeah.
But now you're alive outside the hospital.
Oh, well, that's great that you're not dead anymore. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
Like you're dead, you know? Like, you're dead, but you're not dead.
I'm dead, but I'm not dead.
You know what the best part of the game is?
No, I don't know what the best part of the game is. I've never played the game.
When you have, like, what is it, 4 stars? Like, the police is looking for you, and then, like, at 4 stars...
Okay, someone else is going.
Helicopters, like, Humvees. I mean, you name it, everybody's looking for you, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Let's see, this guy gets it. You're so cute. Makes no sense. Like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I would lose. I will find a way to lose, GTA.
Oh, apparently I'm drinking cowboy coffee.
What?
Because the grounds are still in my coffee. I don't know.
Ba-doom-ps.
Jeez. Oh, I hate arenas sometimes. Guys, I am not a huge fan of arenas when it is endurance mode because I do 1 ticket use, and if I mess up on any of them, then that's the type of score I have. 36,000 points, and no, I'm not currently ranked 12th. I'm probably ranked like 56th. Or, sorry, 23rd for now. No one has challenged me, and that's okay. I did decent in Trait Mania. I have no idea how I came in second, because I do not have a great team. Let's see. Okay, but actually in Trait Mania, one part that I hate about it is that you have no mod effects. So if someone has a Mercer lead on defense, you should basically skip that team because you can't turn 1 that team. And in many cases, that defense team is going to turn 1 you unless you have a Mercer lead in return. So then it's basically like everyone's starting on the second turn instead. I need you to talk for a second because I need to go blow my nose, babe.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm you.
What are you talking about? I'm lost.
I don't know. Do something on my face.
Arenas are fun, actually. I just don't like the draft. That's like my least favorite. That's everybody's favorite, it seems. But I do not like the draft arena. I don't know. I don't like it. But my favorite has to be the 5-star. Yeah. I like 5-star arenas. Hey, you should check them out, Pablo. I think you will have a little bit of fun with them. Plus, you can get coins if you place first in Champions, I think. Yeah, and then the ranks that you need to be able to, to put ranks on your maxed out characters so you can completely max them out. And so, yeah, it's very useful.
Moon, I really thought she was going to say I need to go move my car again.
No, your car is fine. I'm not taking it. I promise.
She hasn't stolen my car like Grand Theft Auto. But, no, it's my spring break right now, and I'm staying in my student house. So it's kind of just me and Kata here. So I can actually park my car in the driveway, which is pretty incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, wowzers.
Wowzers.
Mercer, different Mercer, Pablo. There is a blue Mercer that can stun all tunes on the other team to start as their leadership skill. Now, we did kind of just get a counter, well, just hours ago, actually, with a new tune that has an active skill that can recover stun from 3 tunes and give elusive on the first turn. But that's still a bit of RNG because you have to hope that they resist stun so that they can recover from stun. So it is up to chance all over again. So it's still more RNG on RNG. If it was a leadership skill that had the ability to resist stun, kind of like how I think it's Lance who has a 50% chance to resist maim damage on their team, I think then that would be more useful because it would be incorporated in the leadership skill just as Mercer's is, just as Angel's leadership skill has days involved in it, and so on. I think that Tiffany could have had a better build that way. I do still think her active skill is useful and could work really well on a Priya attack team. But I also think that the bottleneck for gear is really high, especially for blue toons, because we have Mercer, Frost, Priya, Tiffany, and I feel like there's another blue toon that I'm forgetting about.
Do you already say Frost?
Yeah, I said Frost. I can just check here, actually. Princess.
Ah.
Yeah, Princess and Wangfa.
How do you forget her?
Princess and Wangfa. So there's a lot of blue items that you need, blue gear. So I think it's very difficult to actually pick her up. Like, for a lot of players, it's going to be very difficult to to level up all these different toons that they already have. So why would people start purchasing new toons if they can't move them past tier 1 anyway? It's just, it's in an interesting area, the game, I think. Like, with the changes made for the red velvet cakes being retired, and the maximum amount you can actually redeem is 1,000 of them. Like I mentioned this earlier, but some people in my faction have 7,000 red velvet cakes stored. So that means 6,000 of them are now completely wasted. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be other people in other factions that have more than 7,000 cakes saved. And now they're being told, you can only redeem 1,000 of those cakes for 2,000 S-Class shard items. When, in reality, if they had the S-Class version of different toons, they could be doing, 250 of the red velvet cakes and the toon for 1,100 S-Class items. So right now, the diminishing value of these red velvet cakes is so astronomical, and I think that Scopely should be adding in a collection in the museum for exchanging some of these cakes for gear instead, because this gear bottleneck is so huge, and the players who spent money to get these red velvet cakes, well, either through war or from pulling on the wheel. So like even the Mercer wheel that's up right now, I contemplated pulling on it just because I'm about 40 cakes short or so of being at 250 cakes. But because there's that coin option where it's 25 coins for 25 cakes, I'm just going to do that to top up. But I definitely know that people in the past have topped up on red velvet cakes by intentionally pulling on the wheel, not because they want the toon, but just to get the cakes. And I don't like the post that came out about them, where it had no plan afterwards. So it was just something ending. It was just red velvet cakes being retired. And this is what we're doing. You gotta go with it. And they're not sharing a plan with us for after on how players are going to get these S-Class items after. Because, we have a couple roadmaps, but I don't find them to be very effective. We haven't seen many torches in some of the milestones for a while now because of the paw pins for Marlon and Rosie. And it's just been frustrating because all these faction and solo events, you're not getting awarded that many S-Class items to make a huge difference. Part of my strategy for getting new S-Class toons was relying upon those 1,100 S-Class collectibles that you did through red velvet cakes, because I was always kind of picking the next toon up that I knew would come up for red velvet cake exchange. So it's a little frustrating to me as a free-to-play player to know that I don't have that option anymore, as I'm sure everyone else is also affected by this, and I cannot think of a real positive to this at the moment, and no positive was really given. Also, Arena is the only way to get coins. Arena's one way to get coins, and then League finishing is also another way. This past week, I dropped from Diamond 5 to Diamond 4 on purpose because Diamond 5 can be kind of crazy. I've passed my 800,000 season trophy milestone, and I think we still have a couple weeks left or something of it. So it's a little annoying sometimes to pass that milestone and not really have anything else to aim for. There's been some times where I should have been on the top 100 player list, but my name doesn't come up. And I find it a little annoying just because, like, if I'm working that hard to get that many trophies, I would like to see my name up there just because it's something nice to see. I don't know. It's a bit of vanity, I guess, on that part, because, you know, if I'm putting in the effort and I'm working hard for it, I would like to be rewarded. Let's see. No mods is for balancing purposes. It is kind of for balancing purposes, but also I feel like it's also not for balancing purposes. I think that sometimes the trait advantage one, it's because they can't, like, because of the trait mods that they have for attack and defense versus a certain trait, how would they switch and how would they function differently? Because usually, there's a ×2 trait advantage, but based on this specific arena, there's actually an increase in the amount of damage that you do based on trait damage. But how would that influence the mods that you have for, like, attack versus strong or defense versus tough? And how it would kind of factor into the math behind it. I think it was just a little complicated to compute, to be honest.
I have a small question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
In the tank squad.
Tank squad, yes.
Does your team get exhausted?
Yes, because it's an endurance mode. Endurance mode, your team gets exhausted each time.
Thank you.
You can redeem 4,750. I see 8 redemptions at 125 red velvet cakes, and 4 by 125. Wait, is my math off? 8 by 125. No, is 1,000. So that's 1,000 red velvet cakes, which is redeeming that 8 times. So that's 500, 1,000. That's 2,000, yeah. Because of the change that they made. There was the original post, it was redeeming it 15 times, but then it was changed. How long ago was it changed? It was changed, actually it doesn't tell me. It says 4 hours ago, but that's when the original post went up. So I'm not exactly sure what time it was. 6 p.m. PST. PST is 1 hour behind us?
I believe.
Yeah, so 7 p.m. for me. So yeah, it was changed, so it actually got a bit worse, in my opinion. DMAS says also GTA 4 Complete Edition is available to Steam now, and he wishes he had money.
That's a good deal.
Is it?
That's a good deal.
Or for your $2 goose coin thing, Canadians. Yeah, we have a toonie. The loonie has a loon on it, and it's kind of a goldy color coin. And then our toonie has usually a polar bear on it, I believe. And it's kind of a silvery coin with kind of a gold interior. Moon only has 840 cakes left. That's good. I have less than that. Yeah. Well, if you have more than 1,000, a lot of them get wasted. Would have 1 5-star. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good, Dimas. Is that the same Marlin and Rosie? No, it's not the same Marlin and Rosie, Pablo. The Marlin and Rosie that we have now, where are you? He's somewhere here, or she. I don't know what to call Marlin and Rosie sometimes, because it's like, yeah, Marlin, but then you have a female dog, Rosie. So this is the new Marlin and Rosie that is up. Okay tune. If lightning reflexes got a bump, it would be improved a lot, in my opinion. I do like that it can recover from all penalties. It would be a good tune to test with trauma, just because I know trauma is a bit difficult for people to understand, and I've been putting off that video for a while now. Doesn't do much damage on the rush itself, but lightning reflexes is pretty unique. This active skill increasing the attack on him. I think he would be a great onslaught tune, and that's like, as you see, that's kind of what I was going with for his weapon. where I was trying to just add straight crit and attack, getting rid of AP entirely, because then I could utilize this double attack. A better chance is about 33 or 35%, I think. So I think it would be a really valuable character to use in Onslaught, where you don't want to be rushing in order to apply damage. But that's kind of my train of thought at the moment for it. Let's see. Either Dayu or Arav. Ooh, that's a tough choice, actually. I really like Arav. I like the amount of damage that he can do, and the fact that once he starts to rush, he doesn't stop rushing. Dayu is also a very strong character, especially with an active skill of Infection. There are very few ways to really clear Infection, and if you're able to apply any trauma to the tune, like Angel's Trauma, for example, Jiafang has trauma. There's a couple other tunes that can apply trauma as well, but for any penalty that is recovered, so like if they tried to recover from Infection itself by like recovering from all penalties, then they would be penalized, which would be good. Moon says D5 is so rough in arenas. Yes, it is. Diamond 5 is completely a bomb show. Usually I would like to stay around like Diamond 1 or 2, but I find myself usually in Diamond 3, and as of late it's been Diamond 4 and 5 quite a bit, and it's been kind of annoying, because it's like, I want to drop, but at the same time, I need to compete in these events. So, it can be a real struggle sometimes. You're hoping them removing cakes and replacing it with good collections can be paid out as well. That would be nice. I'm just not going to hope much for it. Idea, have Lockdown and Kata do a video and call it Lock and Kata. Oh, jeez.
I dig it. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I missed some things in between. News, game has bugs, water is wet, etc. Yep.
Yep.
That's
basically what you can say about that one. Yup.
Do you know what the enemies on Secretary Gal roadmaps? I can't remember, to be honest. I ended up autoing those roadmaps, to be honest, so I couldn't tell you. I was going to record, but then I think I got a text message in between, so then I stopped my recording. I usually like putting my phone on the do not disturb so that people can actually like message me during it, but I guess I forgot. We need a better S-Class economy. Yes, we do. It's very difficult in order to collect that. This collection will run alongside the Red Velvet Queen. Sounds like both collections will be a thing. Does it? Add an additional collection. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Okay, yep, you're right, Lockdown. Sorry about that, guys. I was reading it first because I'm like, people were talking on line about it, but I hadn't checked the post till coming on to live stream, which was kind of a messy live stream because I restarted 6 times?
Yeah.
Something like that. So I guess that's a bit better. Let's see, so that's 1,000 cakes for the first one, which is one 5-star version of an S-Class tune, and then 15 times 250. I don't think my math is that good right now, but that would be like 4 sets of it, so it would be just shy of 4,000. So 3,750 red velvet cakes, so 4,750. So some of my friends are still wasting 2,300 and change of their red velvet cakes, which is still quite significant. I would still say if they could put up, as I mentioned, some red velvet cakes in exchange for gear, that would help a lot of people, and I feel like some players would actually opt to go for the gear instead of going for some S-Class shards, because what's the point in having an S-Class tune if you're unable to level them at all? Like, what tunes do you have that you can't level, Kata?
I can't level because I'm missing something.
Mm-hmm.
I had that problem, but right now I'm not. I just need like trainers.
Trainers, yeah.
Jiafang, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have the trainers for her, so.
Yeah, like right now I'm short on some Arav gear. and I'm short on a lot of blue gear at the moment. I don't have a bunch of S-Class tunes, so I don't have all the same problems as everyone else does, but at the same time, I'm running into the problems with, say, canteens and GPSs, because you need 5 of them to tier 4 a tune, which can be extremely annoying. Let's take a look at where my Arav is stuck. So right here, yeah, my Arav, I need 7 more whetstones, and then I still need 6 more levels on him in order to tier 4 him, but I only have 6 GPSs and 6 canteens, so after that, I won't be able to tier 4 anyone of a 6-star or an S-Class for a while. As you see, I also picked up this red Magna, and the reason I picked her up was for Onslaught, specifically for her active skill, because that plus 40% attack for 2 turns will be a huge benefit to my team, because I don't believe that there are really any active skills that do defense down to the enemy, so my only other option is to do an attack up, and I can just give her a nice stun weapon so that she can possibly stun the enemy. And even if she dies during Onslaught, at least she will be passing on a great ability to the rest of my team. So like Priya, for example, with her double attack and her rampage.
Tank Squad.
Yeah, you're doing well on Tank Squad. Kata right now is first for Tank Squad. Meanwhile, I think 24th is what I said. So just a small difference, you know. Been a while since I went to Canada, yeah. Dogboy is awesome on Faction Assault, really? That's interesting.
Sorry?
They're saying Marlon and Rosie. Moon is saying Marlon and Rosie is good on Faction Assault. Which I guess, well, he heals himself, he clears all penalties, and then lightning reflexes. So every time someone rushes him, he gets an extra attack, which also gains him AP. So that's not bad, actually. And he has the chance to double attack on basic attacks. So he's good for survivability, and he's an S-Class too. So okay, I can see that. Oh geez, I'm so behind in my chat. Full unicorn stream in video once I join. Haha. Yeah, so the faction that I've joined in the Long region is called Pink Unicorns. And it's kind of funny because, like, I was in Twilight Princess before. So I'm a princess and now I'm a unicorn. But I guess I was kind of always a unicorn in some ways. Yeah, that's me being cheesy, guys. And it's also kind of funny because, like, apparently Pink Unicorn means, what do we say? Pink in, what language is it? Pink in some language
Wasn't
means...
it Swedish?
I think it's Swedish. Means peeing?
I thought that's what
Or
Swede
pee?
said.
Yeah, I think it's in
what
Swedish. That
Swede
pink
said.
means pee, so it's like peeing unicorn. And before I was Twilight Princess, which people called us TP, like toilet paper. So, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand in some ways, and it's kind of...
Gotta wipe after you pee, right?
Oh my gosh.
What?
But I did it in reverse.
Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
I had toilet paper before.
Or you can say you got the toilet paper early before you peed.
Okay, so what comes after this?
Just depends on how you see it.
Yeah, but what comes after this faction then?
Hopefully
The flush? The flush?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay, so
hoping
next
it comes
faction
up.
name has to have something to do with flushing.
Well, let's hope it's a flush.
Cool to see lightning reflexes. Yeah, to be used on someone other than 5-star Eugene. Moon's exact life. He can't drop below Diamond 3. It's actually really hard unless you do nothing for like the whole week. How does this team sound for offense? S-Class Priya, S-Class Priya, S-Class Princess, S-Class Wangfa, and 6-star Kyle. And there are any substitutions I can make that I may not have thought of. Well, let's see here. If those S-Class Priyas have double attack and rampage, I would recommend having a tune on attack like Raven. Because when she uses her elusive ability, the only tune that the opponent can gain AP off of is Raven. So if Priyas are under the influence of elusive, it means when they attack, they won't give any AP to the opponent, even though Rampage usually triggers and gives AP to the opponent. This would nullify that, meaning the opponent would be unable to really reciprocate in any way, shape, or form against you. So that would be my main change to it. Let's see, Wangfa is a really good tune. I like his active skill. I like his rush as well. Princess is a very solid tune as well. That normalize ability, the only one who can recover from normalize is Davy, and not many people pulled for him. And he also only recovers from normalize for himself, which is a little strange to me because of the hold the line ability kind of being very individualistic. And Kyle has stun on attack. Oh, I can't remember what else Kyle does. I'm not as familiar with Kyle, so just give me a hot second as I finish up this roadmap so then I can go take a look at his card. Although I try to be well versed in most tunes and like kind of what their cards show, like what they do, it's difficult to know what everyone does, so I try just to be familiar with the tunes that are very common. So the ones that I usually see on defense teams, I see Frost, I see Mercer, I see Angel, I see Doc, I see Cam, I see Pete, I see some Kristas, I see some Priyas, I see a variety of different command tunes. So yeah, I am just not that familiar with Kyle, even though he is in the wheel right now. Rush, up to 3 enemies get confused and disarmed for 3 turns. All teammates recover from taunt, impair, and stun. That's a pretty good rush. And then Trauma. Turn 3, so it's a little slow. I'm not really going to look at it. And the stun on attack. The command tune could also be in for Kyle or Raven, as I mentioned. I like command tunes just because they can create a lot of chaos. So that is an option as well. I'm just going to auto, I guess, some survival road. Throw some other tunes in there that I enjoy a little more. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Here, you can have this. Not that one. This one. I'm short on gear every piece, to be honest. Yep. Canteens, GPS's, silver ascension medals for me, armory tokens, of course, to get the most, out of S-class tunes. Ugh. The gear stuff. And the weapon stuff. And the tune stuff. Everything.
And the everything stuff.
The everything stuff. Oh, hey, Noah. You heard of my channel through lockdown? Thanks, lockdown. I appreciate that, and it's going pretty good. Oh, Yellow Dwayne, you're right. He does have that. And it's like minus 70%. So does Harlan, actually. His is also minus 70%. I guess I was trying to not include some of the Generation 1 tunes. But, they can still be useful. It's all about, kind of how you use them. So, yeah, for sure. Definitely tunes that can be used. You don't want to disregard some tunes just because of, the generation that they come in. As most of you guys know, I still use my Generation 1 Green Glen, who was one of the first tunes, I think, in this game, almost for 6 stars. But I find him to be super effective. He's one of my favorite tunes to use. I really like his bleed recovery. I like his rush. I basically like everything about him. No, I would not. Do you know why I would not? Nope, we're not going to say that, actually.
We're not going to talk about it.
Nope, we're not going to talk about it. Oh, we're going to be good. What mods I have on Arav? I don't know what mods I have on Arav right now, actually. That's a great question. Let's take a look. It looks like I have HP mod set on him. I think that's because I was trying him out on defense, attack versus alert, maim resist because of exhaust, reflect damage, and some attack. So, not the best build, to be honest. I probably should change that soon. Oh, I hate when I let these guys get too close. Blow up. Active revive. Rush. Attack here to heal a bit more. I hate these walkers that burn, and when they blow themselves up, it causes a lot of problems. But Arav is actually just a beast in SR. With his weapon, he can heal everyone, and he just keeps on rushing, which is a great ability to have. Even though these guys took a lot of damage from those exploding walkers, Arav was able to heal them. I usually like using Ivanova a lot because of her Guardian ability, and she has a nice stun recovery ability on her active skill. So lots of options there. And no, there is no Pablo tune yet. I feel like people have asked this, but what do you think of Tiffany? I think she's a pretty good tune. I mentioned how I would have liked to see her stun resist kind of on her leadership skill instead, just because you're going to run into the same problem with RNG, where you're relying on Tiffany to resist stun from Mercer on the first turn, and you can never really rely upon that. If it was kind of like, as I mentioned before, Lance's leadership skill, where he has a 50% chance to resist maim damage for his whole team, like that to me would be a more useful ability to have on Tiffany, to be a true Mercer counter, just because like you have a bit more reliability on it in that case. And I understand they don't want to keep breaking the game, although it seems like they do at the same time. It's a lot to rely on for one tune who doesn't add like an attack up buff or a defense down buff, for example. Her rush, she's able to control the enemy a bit and give herself a defensive bonus. She also has an absolute defense weapon, so I see her as more of a defensive tune, really, except her active skill screams offense to me against Mercer. So it's a real flip of a coin for me. It's difficult to kind of judge her that way. I think she could be more effective than, she could have been more effective, sorry, if her design was a little bit different. And yes, guys, I am still sick after about 2 weeks, and it sucks. Ooh, and it looks like I have some weapons that are done. Not very exciting, to be honest. Just some changes to Jiefang's weapon, as well as Arav's. Looks like I'm resetting that. Only a very large bonus to AP when attacking. I really want that huge. Even though she doesn't need it, it's kind of nice to have anyway. Let's see. And on Arav's weapon, okay, it looks like I got that huge bonus to AP when attacking. I am going to end up weapon swapping that eventually down the line, but that's not going to happen for a bit. Looks like I need to take some weapon territory soon, so that I can keep working on weapons and keep it going, keep it rolling. Anything I can pick up here. I like picking this box up for some medals. And here I already picked up some stuff. I grabbed those bennies. And I also grabbed a single whistle so that I could level up. Where is he? I think his name is David. David? Yeah. So this guy. And he's kind of just an interesting tune to have. I don't see many people having him. You know, he's a faction assault tune, but he's not exactly very popular. I think Connor is even less popular because you have to get him from like tier 4 faction assault, which not many people do. But yeah, maybe I'll grab Connor too, just to have him kind of thing. It's kind of nice to collect different tunes every now and then because like just different abilities, and it's cool to be a collector. Make a faction called Royal Flush. Flushed away faction, boom, the flushed. That's you!
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, wait, what about in Ratatouille when they're actually flushed? Like, they're not flushed.
You would bring up Ratatouille.
Yes, I would. Has to be a cute angle too, Lockdown says. So, like, I've been a unicorn and a princess. A princess who rides her unicorn into the sunset. Thanks, babe.
That's you.
Yeah. Falcon attacks, haha. Royal Flush Princess works. A movie plot coming soon. I didn't even know you were watching this, chat.
Oh, am I not supposed to?
No, you're definitely supposed to.
Turn it right off.
No, stay. Kyle throws his falcon at you, feels like getting hit with one of those rubber chickens you squeeze. That reminds me of those videos you see online where for Police Academy, you know, you have to stand there with a straight face and they come around with a rubber chicken and they squeeze it in your face, and if you laugh or smile or flinch, then you have to drop and give them push-ups.
You haven't seen the video that they push like probably like 50 of them at the same time.
Were they what?
At a Walmart.
They push
like
50 of them?
All those rubber chickens,
Mhm.
like they just go into the basket and they just push all of them like that. And
And they all
let them go, it's just like, rah! Like, it's
No,
so
I've never seen that,
funny.
actually.
You have to check that out. It's hilarious.
Oh, Moon's mad. 48% rampage weapon. Okay, it's not that bad, though. You know, 48%, it's not 50%, but it's also not like 46% or something like that. Ooh, Crit Expert ended 43%. Devs are such. Lurk. Oh. Don't worry, the stop sign looks fine backwards, guys. Just mirror the sprite. Oh, does James actually have his stop sign backwards? I've never noticed.
No, but not. Oh.
Maybe?
I don't know. Look at him. Does he?
I don't... no, I think that's okay. But it's kind of weird because it's like facing us. You know, it technically should be flat because he's hitting them. He's not hitting them with the side of a thing.
Right.
That'd be interesting.
So
It's kind of like
it's
when
what
someone
it is.
walks into the side of a door instead of the front of the door, but like the skinny part of the door. My sister actually did that before.
Did she?
Yeah, I laughed a lot.
I don't blame you. I would laugh too.
Yeah. She didn't cry, so that's good.
That hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah, melee leads are a struggle. I think Lockdown just did a video, actually, about how the next gold brick tune should be a melee attack lead, kind of like how we have Priya as a ranged one, with that plus 50% attack and a huge bonus to AP1 attacking to all ranged tunes. It would be great to get a melee lead now, just because we haven't had one in the game, and it always feels like the melee tunes are behind. Like, I remember in the 6-star days, we were waiting a long time for a melee lead. Like, when they put Camilla in the League store, a lot of people were pretty happy because we just had Jackson come out not that long ago, and he was an absolute disappointment with his very large bonus to AP when attacking and very defensive-minded rush when he was an attacking lead tune. So the fact that Camilla was added to that League store or the season store was a huge bonus for free-to-play players, but by then, like, Camilla was the first generation 2 6-star, and she had come out like months and months before. So it was a long wait for a lot of players in order to get that one tune that was really valuable. And hey, GBZ, you've walked into every wall and door in my house. Okay, I have not walked into every wall and door in my house, thankfully. I have walked into my door before, and definitely into, like, the glass door from going outside to inside. I know I've tripped over my feet a number of times. Okay, there's a request. Have someone explain a serious game like GTA to Link in each video so we can hear her reactions. That's not a bad idea. You can explain different games to me and I'll see what I kind of think of them, I guess. Like, I still don't understand. Like, I know my brother used to play Grand Theft Auto.
Wait, first of all, time out. The fact that he said a serious game like GTA is not serious. A game where you can run over hookers is not serious. I just want to put that out there first. I mean, yeah.
I need to blow my nose.
Enjoy your time with your lady, Man on the Moon. She deserves some time, too.
Yes, and, mine does too. I know I've seen my brother play GTA before, and the premise was like, he was put in jail for a crime he didn't commit, so then he went around making more, like, doing more crime after he got out. Like,
Sounds about right.
like, that's like saying, okay, you're doing something bad, so I'm gonna do something worse. How does that make any sense? Can I get some words? I don't understand.
Well,
What happened to two wrongs don't make a right?
in that
They make a
game-
left.
In that game, it doesn't exist.
Okay. Okay. But I don't... Okay, can you explain something, though? They were saying something about GTA 5.
Yeah, that's the
How do
newest one.
how do you have 5 games about stealing cars?
It's not just about stealing cars. I mean, it's about more than that.
Like running over hookers.
It's not even well, actually, in this game, you don't have to run over hookers. You can just go to the hooker place and like have stripper dance for you, and you can
So
them
hold
dollar
on.
bills and
So
everything.
instead of we went from running them over to going to the strip club and like giving them money.
And, the fans were complaining that there was too much hooker death, so they decided to say, is there any way that we can just not kill the hookers and actually talk to them, so you can go to the strip club now, and you can like basically throw them a wad of money and they can dance for you, and afterwards you can ask them if they want to like go with you, and you can actually ride with them in your car. And
I
then
don't know
kick
if you're
them out
being
if you want.
serious.
No, I'm being.
Did fans
dead
actually
ass.
complain about that?
No, no, not that. I'm simply saying, like, like the game. The game was basically about that.
Yeah.
In the early stages, I'm talking about like when the game first came out.
Okay.
Afterwards, like now it's just so like up to date, I guess.
Yeah, with kind of what's actually going on and what people like. So
Yeah.
So instead of people going to real strip clubs, it's kind of like you're almost in a virtual reality version where your character goes to a strip club and spends the money that you don't have.
Well, actually, you can't make a ton of money pretty fast, because now in this new game, you can buy like a warehouse.
Yep.
And you can sell like weed and drugs out of it.
So it's promoting the sale of
drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, you
That's
can sell
interesting.
cocaine. You can sell
Like, I remember when my brother used to play, he ended up buying this, like, chip that worked on a bunch of different games. Like, legally, it was at, like, the game store. But it gave him, like, infinite money. It had, like, all these different cheats and stuff in it. All these different hacks. So he never ran out of money because he just plugged this into our GameCube. And all of a sudden, he just had, infinite money.
There was actually like a up down down XX triangle whatever move that used to give you infinite money. There was another one. Those were the cheats. There was, I think, in GTA 3, you could do those moves and get a tank. And then, like, if you got a tank, it'll drop from the sky. And
The tank would drop from the sky?
a tank would drop from the sky, and you would just get on the tank, and you would just, like, drive and then run over cars because your tank was too big. So
How would the cops catch you?
they couldn't. It's basically God mode. It's like, okay, we can't catch this dude on a freaking tank. Like, it's impossible. So
Oh my gosh.
it was fun. That's what made the game funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that you could do stuff like that. Now it's different. Now it's like, I'm not gonna say it's more serious, but in a way it is.
Okay.
Like, I don't think those sheets exist anymore. So, I mean, there's always cheats to every single game until you get busted. But
Until you get busted?
Until you get busted. That's the thing. You can cheat in any game you have, any game, because there's always. Okay, let's say you're a great. You're a fantastic coder, right? You do fantastic coding.
I am not, by the way, guys.
It's an idea.
I know, I'm just throwing it out there.
Alright, so let's say you coded this amazing game. The game is legit. Everybody's playing it. Eventually, somebody's gonna come around who is also a fantastic person at coding, and they're gonna go in there, and they're just gonna say, you know what? If I do this, I can just get infinite this, and then boom, they do. Now they're ahead of everybody else, and people start saying, hey, I'll give you a couple of bucks if you just tell me what you did there.
So it becomes a whole enterprise.
And then it becomes an enterprise. Before you know it, you have an enterprise. But then, as you are the maker of the game, you start looking into that stuff. You're like, damn, bro, there are people who are spending money. There are people who are doing, like, stuff right. And then I have this guy over here with, like, infinite coins and every single tune that came out. That makes no sense.
Oh, that kind of sounds like something else.
No. I'm just basing.
Anyone seeing allegories here?
I'm basing it off the game that you know and that your viewers know. That is all I'm saying. But I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm just look. Donkey Puncher thinks that you should run over a bunch of hosts. So they would like to see you play GTA 5.
Oh Lord.
I actually have GTA 5. I just have to bring my PS4.
I don't know if
that would be hilarious. We could Twitch that.
I don't know how to Twitch
funny.
yet.
That would be so funny. Well, it's Twitch. It's not like we can't figure it out.
Okay, yeah, but I also couldn't figure out the stream for
because through the PlayStation
10 minutes.
You could do it straight from the PlayStation.
I don't know how to do that.
Who's sitting next to you? Who's talking to you right now?
You?
Okay, so can I do it?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know. Do you want to see me doing it?
Yeah.
There you go. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. So we're gonna do it next time.
Okay, so apparently I'm playing Grand Theft Auto in the future.
R2K.
Who said that?
That was logged out. Hey. That's hilarious. Okay, it's true though. That's what I'm explaining. See, Lockdown gets it. He gets it. Like you just, suddenly somebody from Russia decides to make a whole website where you can just buy stuff for really cheap. That's all I'm saying.
We already do that by buying stuff from China.
Well, but in this particular scenario, I'm talking
fictitious scenario.
A fictitious scenario. I don't even know what VK is, but I'm just saying, right? Somebody will just go and create one, and then before you know it, you have people spending $40 for what would be $100 in game. Now you have a bunch of stuff, and there you go. Now you're ahead of the pack.
Oh, dang it!
That's that would be crazy if that was to happen. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair.
Hopefully it never does.
Okay.
Hopefully no Russian creates a VK. That would be horrible.
Oh, I don't use Kenny because I don't have Kenny. I've never had Kenny. So that's why.
Oh, you had Kenny.
No, I don't have.
You have Gator.
I have Gator, and Gator's Gatory.
Gator.
Gator's Gatory.
Gator is good for nothing.
No, his rush is actually decent.
Is that why you have him as your faction support?
No, I have him as my faction support because he's a drop leader, and this team
every time I
messed me
look
up.
At him,
I need to change.
I say, I want to use her
let me
faction
see.
support, so she gets those faction support tokens, and then I see Gator there, and it just makes me want to light up my phone on fire.
Wow, that got crazy really fast. Jeez.
Oh my God, go Diego, go.
Diego who?
I used to watch that when I was little. Well, no, I wasn't that little when Diego came out.
What are we talking about right now?
Diego is the cousin of Dora.
Oh. Like Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer, yeah. So she had a cousin named Diego.
Yeah, what is this talking?
And he had a show. And that's what they used to say. Go Diego, go Diego.
Where are you looking? What?
It's right in your chat.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my God.
I'm not paying attention to that right now. I'm trying to kill this team.
So kill it.
I did. I just had to change my tunes. I had to put Princess in instead of James.
Kills it.
I did. And wow, we have 99 plus chat messages in our faction. I'm not looking at any of them right now.
I don't know. I just told a guy he was on YouTube, but then I realized he wasn't on YouTube. I don't think you're gonna scroll that far up.
No.
Oh, it's my turn to hit. Hang on.
What? You there's turns?
Yeah, they decided to make turns on who to...
Oh, man. You met a guy whose real life name is Gator today. Was it not Gator yesterday? I'm confused. Like, if it's Gator today, did someone change his name?
No, he said...
Well, like,
he's saying he met him today.
Oh, okay, because, like, my mom's cousin was named something like... It was something like Mark, something, I don't want to say normal, but, like, kind of normal. And then he changed his name to Ace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Lachlan Marshall. It's R2K2, and I am Link's girlfriend. I hope you got that.
She hopes you don't forget it.
Hope you don't forget.
Why?
I hope you keep it close to your heart,
But not too close.
but not too close. You know, like leave space for Jesus in between.
I'm agnostic.
Why?
What? I'm agnostic. leave space for Puggy.
Leave space for imaginary whatever. Like, it can be a brick wall. Leave space for the brick wall.
An imaginary brick wall.
Yes.
Gotcha. That seems pretty intense.
Wait, this guy, JY says, I like how you're watching her gameplay. Is nobody else watching the gameplay?
What? Are people watching?
Is nobody watching the gameplay? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Are people? What? I'm confused.
Baby, read your messages.
I'm trying. I see Go Diego Go.
Scroll all
I
the
see
way
Gator
to
and
the
I want to
bottom.
light my phone on fire. He sold coffee and Red Wings trading cards. Red Wings? Wait, like the hockey team trading cards? Are we talking like... Is that Red Wings?
What?
Are we talking like the Detroit Red Wings? Are those the trading cards?
I thought they were talking about chicken wings. I don't know.
Chicken wings.
I don't know.
Trading cards of chicken wings.
I don't know.
Someone here really likes chicken, by the way.
Oh boy. It ain't me.
Really?
I just ate beef today.
Okay, so if... Okay, could you not eat chicken for the rest of your life?
You, ma'am, are getting out of control. You need to calm down.
I like how you were watching her gameplay lockdown. Oh, yeah, Rampage didn't get procced by... Sorry, Payback did not get procced by Rampage. If it's off... So off a rush, it would. But off basic attacks, or, of course, if he's normalized, so like that second attack that I did, he was normalized by Princess, so his payback was just not there anymore. I'm assuming, or was disarmed at that moment. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but I'm hazarding a guess at the moment. Again, I could be incorrect in that guess. So if I am, just let me know, Lockdown. I'm kind of paying attention, but at the same time, I'm kind of not. Well, I'm paying attention, but I'm also kind of not, because I'm trying to look at chat. And, yeah. My attention span gets weird, especially after I've had coffee.
Yes, Lachlan Marshall, you can nickname me R2D2, because I did name myself that before.
And she's in a Star Wars blanket right now.
And I am wrapped up in a
My Star Wars blanket.
Your Star Wars
There we go.
blanket, yeah. And merci.
Merci
You
beaucoup.
are right. Everyone loves chicken. Or at least everyone should love chicken. Unless you're a vegan, then you're just weird. But outside...
Whoa. Vegans? Okay.
What?
Vegans aren't weird.
Okay.
Agree to disagree?
Agree to disagree. I'm just kidding. They're not weird. I actually had a veggie burger once.
Did you eat it?
My best friend is a vegan.
Did you eat it?
You know that.
Did you swallow it?
Listen, my best friend is a vegan. Tony is a vegan. And we went to this vegan restaurant, and he said, you need to try the vegan burger.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I sat there. It was made out of, oh my God, what was that thing made out of? I don't even remember.
She probably doesn't want to know what it was made out of.
No. It was an eggplant. It was some other
I
plant.
like eggplant.
So,
Some other plant. Of course, it's a vegan burger.
babe, I don't know. It could have been like...
It could have been tofu.
It could have been something else. So, I had the burger. I actually ate the whole thing. Number one, I was starving. Number two...
So it took to the point of being starving to eat a...
Not necessarily.
burger.
I went out there and I spent like $20 on this meal.
Whoa.
Of course I was going to eat it. Because it's vegan. So it's super expensive. The price is always inflated over there.
Hold on. I thought it was supposed to be less expensive to not eat meat.
No. Come to the U.S. and go to a vegan place. And you're going to see the price is just going to go... Like, oh my god, I just wanted like some fake rice.
Some fake rice. That is just great.
I just wanted a fake burger with some fake French fries, and
wait, why do you need fake French fries? French fries are made out of potato.
You'll be surprised at things that they are trying to replace. Listen.
It's a potato.
I know it's a potato, but they're trying to replace even potatoes. Like, see, Lockdown is saying KFC has vegan burgers. You know who started that BS? Burger King. Listen, they came out with a burger called the Impossible Burger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a vegan burger. They call it the Impossible Burger because it tastes just beef. Now, somebody explain to me why does it taste like beef if it's vegan?
Why does it have to taste like beef? I thought the whole point was so that it didn't, because you didn't want it to taste like meat.
It's BK, so they said it tastes just like a real Whopper. What if they're telling people it's vegan, but it's not vegan? They're just telling them.
Well, it's kind of like GMOs, and I was telling this to you today actually, that like, for example, in Canada, foods that have less than 5% GMO in them don't have to be labeled. What am I reading?
This guy said Burger King's taco. That's true. They have a fucking taco. I'm sorry, I just swore, but it's true.
I didn't do it, guys. I blame Kata here.
They sell tacos.
Oh my gosh.
And that doesn't make you laugh. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
That is too funny.
Is there anything I can do at the moment, or am I kind of just sitting here? Let's read chat. I don't like leaving this with nothing to do on it, but I guess I could burn a tin, actually. Yeah, I'll burn a tin.
Okay, I'm leaving.
No, don't leave. Stay. She's abandoning me here. Okay, someone believes in the flying spaghetti monster. Red Wings hockey team card. Selling them at Tim Hortons. Ah, okay. Yes, normalized. It was definitely normalized. I enjoy unseasoned chicken. I enjoy a lot of plain foods, to be honest, while Kata enjoys foods that are very seasoned. Right, Kata?
What?
Someone here is saying that they don't understand why some people enjoy unseasoned chicken, and I just said that I enjoy unseasoned chicken, but you like yours heavily seasoned.
Yeah. What do you expect?
Hmm?
I said I'm Puerto Rican. What do you guys expect?
I don't know. I'm Asian. I'm Chinese. I don't know what you guys expect of me.
I don't expect anything. I just expect you to eat.
I eat.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Made out of sadness. Rabbit food. What HP does tower zombies have? Could use Dale for fast clearing if the HP is 400 or below. Okay, tower clearing for in war. I will actually show you my Abraham setup, which is just Abraham by himself. I find the fastest version to take a tower is just using a single Abraham, and based on if it takes 4 turns or 5 turns for all the walkers to come out of the shadows, affects like how far you want to level up his rush ability. But there's a specific rush setup as well as mod setup and weapon setup for him if for setting him up for towers, and I find that it's pretty successful. Yes, please. So right now we're grabbing some ice cream, by the way. Well, not going outside to get ice cream, but we have ice cream here. And yes, it is very cold, so it makes no sense really to be eating ice cream while it's like minus 10 degrees outside. Celsius, by the way. But my Abraham here, he is set up for 5 turns. So it takes 5 turns for all the walkers to come out of the shadows for tower taking. If it was 4 turns, then it needs to be 10 for 10. Combat mods, you need attack set with defense and defense versus fast. These bottom 2 mods don't have to be these 2 mods. They just have to complete the set. And you do not want a burn, bleed, or reflect mod in the bottom left-hand corner. Or lifesteal, because that takes too much time for animation. Weapon-wise, you just want to add HP and defense. This didn't level up perfectly as I wanted it to, but it works well enough that I don't really worry much about it, so I kind of just left it the way it is. My Abraham does a fairly good job. I wish I had a second one so that I could take towers that have 4 turns involved. It would just make me more effective in war, I think. Zombie apocalypse when... Wait, I missed it. Zombie apocalypse when all the good food is gone, and that's when everyone will finally try vegan food. I will try vegan food. It's just, I'm not going to spend $20 on a hamburger that tastes like a hamburger when I could buy a hamburger for $2. It just doesn't make sense to me. Timmy's just dumped their Beyond Meat burgers. Burger King's tacos. Impossible Walker. Chemicals, Kata. Okay. Jay is saying that there's chemicals involved. See, Lockdown even says, whoa, I swear, report to the tube of yous. Kata, you're gonna get everything shut down over that one word.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Burger King needs to be stopped because they can't become the new Taco Bell. Taco Bell actually left my city because they were not making any money, I don't think. I have never eaten at a Taco Bell either, and I don't really plan on eating there. Kata, how do you describe a Taco Bell to me?
The place that gives you the shits.
I hope they couldn't hear that. But then again, it could be that like that time when I tried to whisper and it didn't really work. Oh, they have a vegan Whopper in the UK, but it's fried in the meat oil, so it's not vegan.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's costly, so I kind of get it, but at the same time, you can't really call that a vegan burger. I don't add crit to Abraham because I don't want him to get a headshot. Every time he gets a headshot, it means he doesn't splash, I don't think. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he can't splash if he gets that headshot. So I try to avoid that. And I do that by just adding the HP and defense to make sure he survives, because all the walkers in the wave will be attacking him. You could hear it. They could hear that.
All the way over here, but okay.
I don't know. Ooh, this ice cream is good. Well, JY Jelly, I have never eaten at Taco Bell, and I've maybe eaten at KFC 4 times in my life. To be fair, Burger King never called the Impossible Whopper vegan. Okay, sure, I don't eat much fast food, so I don't really pay attention or know much about that. I think I once tried to be vegan. It lasted 4 hours when I forgot and I ate a hot dog. Oh, good times. They called it 100% without beef. Okay, that's fair. Taco Bell equals stomach ache. Yes. Y'all have weak stomachs. Oh, man. So, this live stream has been very interesting thus far. Is there anything else anyone would like to discuss? Either on the topic of the game or not? Just gonna kind of wait to see if anyone has anything to say while I eat my ice cream and auto this roadmap. What ice cream flavor? This is cookies and cream, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, cookies and cream. This guy switched over to Popeyes. See, Popeyes is big here. I've never had it, but I heard that it's quite good. Yeah, so no princess tokens, that's kind of strange to me, because they have basically everything else except for her. And I'm not exactly sure why. It's like, why not have the opportunity to pull for her? Like, she came out a while ago, so people should have that chance to finish up. No to Long John Silver's hate fish and the smell of fish. I like fish. The smell of fish can be quite interesting sometimes, so it's a bit iffy. I know it can cause my stomach to, like, go topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy? One of those. More Smash Bros. Characters. Well, if I played Smash Bros. Still, I would be excited, I think. But I have not played on a console since I think I was at your place, Kata.
Yeah.
And Kata tried to teach me how to play Destiny, and it went okay-ish.
I'm trying to teach you how to play Call of Duty, too.
Did we try? We did try and play Call of Duty. I died, like, instantaneously. I'm not really good at those games where you have a controller, and it's like you have to run but also move your upper body at the same time while lining up your sight and then shooting. So I don't know. I can't. It's kind of like it's a pattern in my head that I can't follow.
It's difficult.
Yeah, so it's really difficult for me. What is Bogangles? Bogangles? Never heard of it. I really want torches to start being in events again. Yes, torches in events again would be really nice. These paw pins are not really helping quite a few people. Like, the only reason I'm as close as I am, and at the same time I'm still pretty far from getting that S-Class box item, is because I transferred regions. And I went to WOC because we were credited 20,000 paw pins after leaving WOC because of the issue with event missions. So that brought me a lot closer to that 130,000 marker than I should be. Yes, okay-ish, where it could have been better, like a lot better, and it could have been worse, but not much. Bojangles, okay. Still never heard of it. But I'm also Canadian. Torches and pitchforks. Yep, sounds like Shrek to me. That's a really good movie, actually. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's very unfortunate. Yes, let them eat cake. So guys, I don't really have much else to show you in game at the moment. Kind of waiting on my turn for Faction Assault. Not sure when that'll be. We've kind of gone over some different parts of the game, including the changes with Red Velvet Cakes, with that being that they're going to be eliminated. At least we'll be able to get some collectibles from it. Am I very happy with it? Not really, but it could also be a lot worse than it actually is. I really appreciate everyone tuning in to check out a bit of my gameplay as well as just chatting and stuff. And big thank you to Kata over here for supporting me tonight and being a part of the chat. I'm trying to explain Grand Theft Auto to me. It's kind of like explaining things to a toddler, and I'm good with that. The main messages that I learned from you guys is that you run over hookers in the original, but by the end of it, you instead can actually go to like the strip place, and you can actually like give them your fake money in the game, which is kind of strange because you could just go in real life and give them real money, but I guess that's real money then instead of just a console. So, yeah. So that's basically what I learned about. Let's see. I like how the chat went when we were talking about running over hookers to chicken. Yes, chicken is great. I do have Alice. Alice is a great tune. I run her with Priya sometimes, but not all the time. Not all the time. Exactly, on the explaining things to a toddler. Yeah, you know, with some of these games, we maybe in the future will stream me trying them out. if we have an opportunity to. Well, Kata said that she had Grand Theft Auto 5. So maybe we'll get a chance, an opportunity to check that out, and we'll see what these games are actually about. Thank you again, everyone, for supporting my channel and for tuning in. Hopefully I can keep coming out with some decent content for you guys to follow along with to help explain the game a little more. So thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. Kata, would you like to say any closing remarks?
This ice cream is like super good. That is my closing remark. Oh, and Diablo, you need to go to bed. That's it.
That's it.
Thank you.